And it is a pleasure to welcome to the Rhema studio Dave Baxter from Avalanche City. Dave, kia ora, good morning. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, very exciting new album launched today. This is, it must be a very exciting day for you. Lots of work's gone into this. How are you feeling?
It's a busy schedule,
Yep.
And it's funny because you spend so much time working up to it, and then when it actually drops, you just run off your feet.
Yep.
But I'm finding time in between the interviews to sort of like soak it up and sort of like try and process what's actually happening.
So privileged that you could make Rhema part of your launch day schedule,
thanks for
and
having
really
me.
cool to have you here in the studio. Now, new album, and from what I've heard, a little bit of a different tone. I mean, it still very much sounds like Avalanche City, but to sum it up, the first album was ridiculously happy. The second album was a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
Where's the third one sit on that spectrum?
It's probably, I don't know. It's probably like going further into depression. I don't know. No. I don't know. I would say it's a medium. I'd say it's a medium in between those two.
I mean, things have changed a little bit musically. Again, I mean, I haven't heard the whole album, but from what I've heard, slightly less of a hipster sound for you. Is that too harsh?
I don't know. I'd say if you drew a line in between the first and the second album and then carried it on forward, it's following along the same trajectory.
It's a progression, isn't it?
Yeah. So I have to change things up in between albums anyway. I can't redo the same stuff over and over again. So this album is a little bit more electric, and more like synth based, and it's sort of all the synthesizers are from the 80s, so it's kind of like a head nod to like that era.
It's still got that a little bit of a retro feel, but it's more plugged in than perhaps some of your other stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit more hi-fi as well.
Yep.
I put a lot more time and effort into the production, and it was a lot of fun to make, and it took me a long time to sort of establish that sound because I produce everything myself, and so it took me quite a while to sort of like land on that kind of cohesive sound of 80s synth and rolling drums and kind of stuff like that.
So you're producing it yourself. You're still playing all your own instruments for this album?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more grown up, and I realize I'm not actually a very good drummer. So I got in my session drummer Steve Thomas, who plays live for me, and he played drums on it, which is a huge improvement.
Hey, the album is called My Babylon. The first single, Prayed for Love, doing very well indeed. You must be happy with the response so far.
Yeah, it's been great. It's, to be honest, I'm just stoked to have new music out and to be able to talk about it, and I'm going to play it live soon, and that's the most exciting thing, and to have it connect with people is even better. That's great.
Now, picking up what may or may not be a theme, I mean, the first single, Prayed for Love, the album is called My Babylon, which is sort of another breakup song, and really, isn't it? But
it is another breakup song.
But some people would say more obvious spiritual themes in this album, perhaps, than previous ones. Is that?
Yeah, a little bit more obvious themes. It's sort of just like don't know if I did it on purpose. It's just that the Prayed for Love is it's a breakup song, but it's a breakup song between me and my manager. It's not a relationship breakup song, and it's sort of going on. I don't know how many people who are listening to this know about what's happened, but I've had to go through a really lengthy court battle with my old manager. He ended up taking a whole bunch of money from me, and that one's about just the massive conflict of emotions that happened through the court case, where some days I'd be like, I just like want to forgive him, and we could be like friends again, and he could pay me back a little bit of the money, and that's cool. But he never came to me and apologized, and we tried so hard to find a middle ground, and nothing would stick. And so sometimes I'd want to let everything go and sort of just forget about it and move on, and then other times I'd be like, no, he should just pay for what he's done, because he's done this not only to me but to other artists, and he should actually probably go to jail for what he's done. But so some days I'd think that, some days I'd just want to forgive everything and move on, and so it took me a while to sum up those things into a song, and that's what Prayed for Love ended up coming out of. And then My Babylon is different. It's more about change.
Yeah. The tough circumstances that you have gone through at a personal level, and whilst that is your specific situation, I know a lot of people will be able to relate to those circumstances of saying, hey, I've been really hurt by this person, but actually I still want things to end well. You want that grace and that love to flow, but sometimes you just can't find it in your heart, right?
That's right, yeah, and you're human, right? So you're just torn between those two things the whole time. Yeah, it's a common theme, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, certainly is, and no comparisons to Taylor Swift, but another great album of breakup songs and those.
I'll take a Taylor Swift comparison.
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah, certainly. So the album launched today. The new single out, the first single, "Prayed for Love." You're going to play that for us in just a moment, but
Yes.
But from here. There's a My Babylon tour coming up.
There is,
Yep.
yes. So this is I'm playing at like intimate venues, solo shows. I like to do at the start of an album the first show to just be cool and intimate and just to play through the songs without all the like big lights of playing with a full band and stuff like that. I kind of just like going back to the format that I started Avalanche City with, and this time I decided to share the love a little bit and do the whole country. So I'm just well, not the whole country, but I'm doing 4 cities in the country.
And they're spread out cities, right?
Yeah, that's right. So there's going to be a city near you that you can go to. So I'm doing Tauranga, which is on March the 2nd, and that's actually already sold out. And then Auckland on March the 8th. Wellington on the 9th, and then Christchurch on the 14th.
The problem, of course, with intimate gigs is they tend to sell out pretty quick.
Yeah. So tickets are selling,
And what's the best way of people to get hold of tickets for that one?
AvalancheCity.com.
AvalancheCity.com. There'll be details there about the new music, the album, etc. Dave, we really appreciate your time today. Thanks for dropping in. We wish you all the best for the new album and the tour.
Cool. Thanks for having me. Friends don't lie. I've been cursing the keyboard, sitting here till 3 a.m. Late night wine, saying all I should say to you, then delete every single line. There's only street lights on the drive home. One day I won't think about it anymore. Just headlights on an old road I remember. I prayed for love and I prayed for fire. I prayed you'd fall, but I hoped you'd rise up. I prayed that you'd find peace, and I prayed for your disaster. You crawled to me, crying out for my pardon. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. I prayed I'd see you drop from my horizon, but honestly, not sure that I'd feel lighter. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. Said I'm fine. There's cups of tea everywhere, and I'm fighting to stay awake. Christmas time, I don't know about a new year, and I haven't finished this one yet. There's all this advice that I don't want. Hindsight is a bird's eye to me now. Just headlights on an old road I remember. I prayed for love and I prayed for fire. I prayed you'd fall, but I hoped you'd rise up. I prayed that you'd find peace, and I prayed for your disaster. You crawled to me, crying out for my pardon. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. I prayed I'd see not sure that I'd feel lighter. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. I prayed for love. I prayed for love, and I prayed for fire. I prayed you'd fall, but I hoped you'd rise up. I prayed that you'd find peace, and I prayed for your disaster. You crawled to me, crying out for my pardon. I prayed for love. I prayed for love.